Major fracture detected. Automatic medic.
The original Best was a parody of Synced, but I don't think I made that apparent enough. Aside from in the description, I didn't reference it at all. The initial idea was to make it as ridiculous as possible, hence being in Roblox, and me being really bad at the game of over-the-top editing. But I think that just deviated it further from the source material, because it was unrecognisable at this point. With Best 2, Best Harder, I tried to remedy that. Yeah, you see the clips I used in Best 2? They're fake. Well, they're real, but there's more to it than that. I recorded demos in slow motion so I could get the kills easier and with like wireframe and stuff on, and then played back the demo at full speed. I initially didn't get used to the slow motion, which is where you can see me twitching erratically in some clips. That's also why you can see the top of the demo viewer in the final thing. I played Solace as well to make it more obvious. I think you get it by now. The editing phase was surprisingly easy compared to how rough Best 1 was. I wanted to make Best 2 easier to follow and easier on the eyes. The overall goal of Best 2 was to refine the formula I set up and make the parody more obvious. I think I succeeded, but I might be blinded by my own creation. What do you think? Criticism's always the best way to improve. Anyway, I also wanted to make it sync up with the music, which didn't really happen in Best 1, mainly because Mastermind is kind of hard to sync things up to, but you know, we can move past that. The editing effects are also a bit more subdued, so you can actually see what's going on, unlike in Best 1 where you can barely make out the room you're in. I also slowed down and sped up clips accordingly to make it sync up with the music, which makes it really satisfying. I also realised, minus the beginning, both of these felt too serious, even though they were a joke. This kind of concerned me initially, because 1, but heck, don't take this seriously, please. And 2, you're supposed to know that a joke is a joke initially without stopping to figure out. The key to a joke, or at least a good joke, is subtlety. If you're obnoxious about it, like Willy. Anyway, I tried to be subtle about it. And by that I don't mean tiny hints to humour, I mean just sprinkling it throughout, without it being continuous through the whole thing. I did this at the beginning by saying it's still a joke, halfway through by zooming in on a shotgun with the text just like Doom lol. The way I did this in Best 1 was way too forced. I just put up text saying it was a joke and not to take it seriously, which kind of did the opposite. There's going to be that one epic Roblox game where he takes it serious. 1v1 main Phantom Forces and no. Yeah, I tried to avoid that. Yeah, I don't actually want to show how good I am. I just made Best 1 and 2 as a bit of a laugh, which is probably going to contradict what I'm going to say next. Another issue I had was the retention, how long people were going to watch your video where I didn't talk until the end. Well, in Best 1, I said best a few times. It's not a very good solution, is it? In Best 2, I made it short and, you know, half decent, and it worked well. When it finished rendering, I rewatched it like 5 times. It was that entertaining for me. But then again, gratification is subjective. You might not find it interesting, yada yada yada. That concludes everything I wanted to talk about, really. Best 2 is a pretty good project to work on, and I look back on it fondly. Well, probably because I went to play Hitman while Hitfilm was loading, but you know. Out of the 2 I've made so far, I'd say that this one is the best.